Life is often defined by the choices we make or fail to make. At the core of every meaningful transformation lies a single decision: to rise above mediocrity and claim the potential that already resides within us. Yet, for many, the most brutal battle is not against external challenges, but against the silent resistance within. The belief that we are not ready, incapable, or insufficient. This internal struggle keeps us waiting for the perfect moment, a fleeting illusion that never truly arrives. The Stoics understood this deeply. They taught that our most significant power lies in mastering the art of decision-making, not by controlling unpredictable external events, but by governing our responses and internal state. Epictetus reminded his students, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The journey toward becoming your best self begins not when circumstances align, but when you consciously choose to show up fully, today, as you are, with all your flaws and strengths. This mindset is not about arrogance or a hollow display of confidence. It is about stepping into the truth of your potential, even if you have yet to realize it fully. It is about adopting the belief that growth is possible, excellence is attainable, and every moment is an opportunity to act with purpose and integrity. This is the essence of what the Stoics like Marcus Aurelius practice daily. The art of living intentionally, with virtue as their compass, regardless of external turmoil. When you act as if you are the best, not better than others, but better than the doubts and limitations you impose on yourself, you unlock a power that few dare to claim. It is the power to shape your character, align your actions with your highest values, and embark on a path that leads to success and profound self-mastery. And that path begins here, momentarily, with one decisive choice. 1. The mindset shift, acting as if you are the best. Doubt is a cunning adversary. It whispers insidious thoughts: "You're not ready," "You don't have what it takes," or "The time isn't right." These doubts, left unchallenged, anchor us in hesitation, paralyzing our potential. But what if you decided, here and now, to rise above them? What if, instead of waiting for circumstances to validate your readiness, you chose to act as though you already possess everything you need to succeed? This shift in mindset, as radical as it may seem, is the cornerstone of Stoic wisdom and personal growth. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, emphasized the importance of focusing on what lies within our control. They rejected the notion of passivity in the face of uncertainty. Marcus, one of history's most powerful leaders, began each day with the same resolve: to live with virtue and act according to his highest values, irrespective of external chaos. His reflections remind us that true strength is not found in the absence of doubt, but in the courage to act despite it. To act as if you are the best is not to pretend or deceive. It is to align your actions with the belief that you can meet life's demands. This mindset doesn't wait for perfection or permission. It seizes the moment with intention and confidence. It's a practice of showing up, fully and authentically, not because you feel flawless, but because you refuse to be defined by your fears. When you embrace this approach, you begin dismantling the mental barriers holding you back. The act itself becomes transformative. You cultivate those qualities by repeatedly choosing to behave like you are capable, disciplined, and resilient. As the Stoics teach, what we consistently do shapes who we become. And when you carry yourself with the quiet assurance of someone striving for their highest potential, the world responds kindly. Confidence is no longer an external veneer. It becomes an internal compass, guiding your every step. This shift is not merely a change in perspective, but a declaration of your commitment to growth. It is the realization that while you may not control the outcomes, you control how you show up for every challenge and opportunity. That decision alone sets you apart and propels you forward. 2. What it means to act as if you are the best. Acting as if you are the best is not a call to arrogance nor a dismissal of humility. It is a profound acknowledgement of your ability to rise above the internal and external noise that often seeks to diminish your potential. This concept, rooted in Stoic philosophy, asks us to set our standards of excellence, discipline, and virtue not to impress others, but to fulfill our inherent capacity for growth and purpose. As the Stoics taught, true greatness is not about claiming superiority over others, but striving to exceed your limitations. Despite his vast power as an emperor, Marcus Aurelius viewed himself not as an infallible ruler, but as a perpetual student of life. He reminded himself to act with integrity and virtue each day, not for glory, but because it was right. This approach exemplifies what it means to act as if you are the best, approaching every moment with intention, discipline, and commitment to do what is within your power. Adopting this mindset means carrying yourself with quiet confidence, rooted not in external validation, but in knowing that you are doing your utmost to align with your values. It's about asking, what would the best version of me do in this situation? And letting that question guide your actions. Imagine how a master artisan approaches their work, not with pretension, but with an unwavering dedication to their craft, knowing that each choice, each movement, reflects their commitment to excellence. Acting as if you are the best is not a facade. It is an act of self-respect and responsibility. It means showing up as someone disciplined enough to face challenges, humble enough to learn from failures, and courageous enough to keep striving. This mindset, while deceptively simple, holds transformative power. It teaches us that our worth is not determined by comparison with others, but by how fully we engage with our potential. When you act as if you are the best, you are not pretending to be perfect. You commit to the lifelong pursuit of becoming the best version of yourself. This is where actual growth begins. 3. Confidence versus arrogance. Confidence and arrogance may appear similar at first glance, but they come from different places within the soul. Confidence is grounded in self-awareness and cultivated through disciplined effort. It reflects an alignment with one's values and potential. Arrogance, by contrast, is hollow. It seeks to inflate the self by diminishing others, masking insecurity under the guise of superiority. The Stoics, ever wary of the dangers of unchecked ego, saw confidence as a virtue and arrogance as a vice. Understanding this distinction is key to embodying the mindset of acting as if you are the best. As the Stoics taught, confidence is not about outward displays of dominance, but inward strength and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, exemplified this principle. Despite his imperial status, he carried himself with humility, seeing himself not as infallible but a student of life, constantly striving to live with virtue. His confidence came from knowing he was aligned with his purpose and acting according to his highest values, not from seeking external validation or recognition. To act as if you are the best means embracing this Stoic confidence. It requires holding yourself to the highest standard, not to outshine others, but to become the best version of yourself. This confidence is quiet and steady, born from the discipline of consistently showing up, doing the work, and learning from both successes and failures. It is the kind of self-assurance that draws respect, not because it demands it, but because it inspires others to strive for their potential. Arrogance, on the other hand, thrives on comparison and competition. It seeks to elevate the self by belittling others, creating a false sense of superiority that crumbles under scrutiny. The Stoics warned against this trap, understanding that true greatness is never built on the foundation of tearing others down. Confidence lifts you to your highest potential. Arrogance isolates you from growth, connection, and wisdom from humility. When you act confidently rather than arrogantly, you embody the virtues others naturally admire and want to emulate. You become a source of stability and inspiration, not because you proclaim your greatness, but because you live it quietly, consistently, and authentically. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, striving for excellence not for the sake of comparison, but for the sake of becoming. Confidence, rooted in humility and discipline, leads to growth. Arrogance, rooted in ego and insecurity, leads to stagnation. The choice, as always, lies within your control. 4. How to begin acting like the best. The path to acting as if you are the best does not require perfection or an unattainable ideal. Instead, it begins with a single, deliberate choice: to carry yourself with the confidence and discipline of someone striving for excellence. This choice is not dependent on your current circumstances nor reserved for those who have already achieved mastery. It is accessible to anyone willing to commit to the process, starting exactly where they are. The Stoics taught that change begins within the mind. Epictetus emphasized that while we may not control external events, we always control our responses. The first step to acting like the best is applying this principle and cultivating a readiness mindset. This does not mean waiting for the perfect conditions, but embracing the truth that growth often begins in uncertainty. By showing up with intention and focus, you signal to yourself and the world that you are prepared to rise to the occasion. This mindset shift is not about pretending to be something you are not. It is about practicing the traits you wish to embody. Begin with small, consistent actions. If you aspire to be more disciplined, establish routines aligning with your goals. If confidence is your aim, practice speaking and acting with clarity and conviction, even when self-doubt lingers. Each step, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that you are capable and worthy of progress. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity. You do not need to be at the top to act like you belong there. Imagine yourself in a challenging situation, a job interview, a presentation, or a critical decision. The outcome may reflect that uncertainty if you approach it with hesitation and self-doubt. But if you carry yourself as someone fully prepared and capable, your actions align with that belief, often leading to a far more favorable result. Even if the immediate outcome is not as you hoped, showing up confidently prepares you for more excellent opportunities. To begin acting like the best is to commit to growth over time. It is a process of choosing, moment by moment, to align your actions with the person you aspire to become. The Stoics understood this well. Excellence is not achieved overnight, but through consistent effort and a willingness to refine oneself daily. With each intentional choice, you move closer to embodying the mindset and habits of your highest potential. And from that foundation, greatness begins to emerge. 5. Facing challenges and weaknesses. To act as if you are the best is not to ignore your challenges or pretend your weaknesses do not exist. It is to face them with courage and intentionality. The Stoics viewed challenges as essential to personal growth, a belief best captured by Marcus Aurelius. What stands in the way becomes the way. This mindset reframes obstacles as opportunities to refine your character rather than threats to your progress. When acknowledged and confronted, weaknesses become stepping stones toward mastery. Self-awareness is at the heart of this process. Acting as if you are the best requires an honest appraisal of where you currently stand. It is not about dwelling on what you lack, but about understanding your shortcomings as areas for growth. This humility does not diminish confidence. Rather, it enhances it. The Stoics believe that true strength comes not from denying your vulnerabilities, but from embracing them as a natural part of the human experience. When you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn? What virtues, patience, discipline, resilience can I cultivate through this struggle? The Stoic approach encourages you to see setbacks not as failures, but as essential components of the journey. Epictetus reminded his students that the quality of one's life is not determined by circumstances, but by how one responds to them. By adopting this perspective, even the most daunting obstacles fuel growth. Addressing weaknesses requires a similar mindset. It is not an admission of defeat, but an act of empowerment. Recognizing where you fall short is the first step toward improvement. You take control of your growth when you acknowledge your limitations with humility and resolve. For example, if you struggle with discipline, identify small, actionable changes you can make daily. Each step forward reinforces your belief in your ability to evolve. The Stoics taught that the journey to self-mastery is lifelong. To act as if you are the best is to commit to this journey, knowing that perfection is unattainable, but progress is always within reach. Challenges and weaknesses are not barriers to success. They are invitations to rise higher, to dig deeper, and to emerge stronger. With this mindset, you transform obstacles into opportunities and step closer to becoming the best version of yourself. 6. The ripple effect of excellence. When you act as if you are the best, you are not just transforming your life, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond yourself. The Stoics understood that we are all interconnected, bound by the principle of sympathy, which holds that the actions of one person inevitably influence the collective. By striving for excellence, you elevate your standards and inspire those around you to reach their highest potential. Consider how the presence of a person who carries themselves with purpose and integrity impacts their environment. Their energy, calm confidence, and steadfast dedication create a sense of possibility for others. This is not about commanding attention or demanding respect, but leading by example. When you embody the virtues of discipline, humility, and resilience, you silently encourage others to pursue the same virtues in their own lives. This ripple effect extends into all areas of life: your family, friendships, workplace, and community. Imagine how your actions as a parent, for instance, might shape the next generation. When you approach your relationships intentionally and strive to be the best version of yourself, you teach others, whether your children, colleagues, or friends, that growth is achievable, challenges can be overcome, and values matter. The Stoics were not concerned with personal glory or competition. They aimed to contribute to the betterment of society. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to act in alignment with virtue not for applause, but because his actions had the power to influence the whole. Similarly, when you act as if you are the best, you inspire others not through words, but through the quiet consistency of your example. Your efforts create an unspoken encouragement for those struggling with self-doubt, showing them that it is possible to rise above limitations and live with purpose. This ripple effect underscores the profound responsibility inherent in striving for excellence. Your growth is not just about you. It is about creating an environment where others feel empowered to grow alongside you. By lifting yourself, you lift others. By striving for your best, you inspire those around you to believe in their capacity for greatness. This is the essence of Stoic leadership: to elevate not by force but by presence, and to leave the world better simply because you chose to rise. 7. Embracing failure as part of the journey. Failure, though often feared and avoided, is not the opposite of success. It is an inseparable part of its journey. The Stoics understood this truth deeply, teaching that the path to mastery is paved with setbacks and missteps. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, failure is not a roadblock but a vital teacher guiding us toward growth and resilience. When you act as if you are the best, it does not mean pretending you will never stumble. It means approaching failure with a mindset of learning and adaptability. Every misstep becomes an opportunity to refine your methods, deepen your understanding, and strengthen your resolve. The Stoics urged us to focus on what we can control, not the outcomes of our efforts, but how we respond to them. Through this lens, failure becomes a chance to practice patience, discipline, and courage. Imagine facing a situation where your plans do not unfold as intended. A business endeavor falls short, a relationship falters, or a personal goal remains unmet. Instead of retreating into self-doubt or frustration, the Stoic approach invites you to ask, What can I take from this experience? How can I use this challenge to sharpen my skills or fortify my character? This shift in perspective transforms failure from a source of despair into a springboard for improvement. Embracing failure also requires humility. Acting as if you are, the best thing is not to deny fallibility, but to accept it as part of the human condition. The most outstanding achievements are born from countless trials and adjustments. Seneca noted, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. It is through these moments of friction that your true potential is revealed." The power of this mindset lies in its ability to transform setbacks into stepping stones. Each failure equips you with greater insight and fortitude, enabling you to face future challenges with greater confidence and clarity. Over time, this process builds not just success but an unshakable resilience. This kind allows you to act as if you are the best, knowing that every stumble is a step toward becoming more assertive, wiser, and capable. In this way, failure becomes not an enemy but a trusted companion on the path to self-mastery. 8. The daily practice of excellence. To act as if you are the best is not a one-time declaration or a fleeting moment of resolve. It is a daily practice, a commitment to show up each day with intention and purpose. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, understood the importance of this consistency. In his meditations, he wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This simple yet profound reminder underscores the significance of embracing each day as an opportunity to strive for excellence. Daily practice begins with small, deliberate actions. It is about aligning your habits with your values and aspirations, regardless of the task's ordinary. If you seek discipline, it might mean sticking to a morning routine that sharpens your focus. It could involve dedicating time to learning or reflection if you desire growth. These practices, though modest, accumulate over time to shape your character and propel you toward your goals. Seneca observed, "Excellence is not an act but a habit." The beauty of this approach is that it does not demand perfection. The Stoics recognize that each day brings challenges and moments of weakness. What matters is not avoiding these struggles, but responding to them with resilience and integrity. Returning to your practice reinforces your commitment to growth even when you falter. This resilience is what transforms effort into lasting progress. Consistency in daily practice also cultivates clarity. When you begin each day by asking yourself, "What would the best version of me do today?" you set a clear intention that guides your actions. Over time, this question becomes less of an external prompt and more of an internal compass, naturally aligning your behavior with your highest values. The Stoics believed this alignment was the key to living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Through this process, the practice of excellence becomes ingrained in your identity. It is no longer something you strive for. It becomes who you are. Each day builds upon the last, and the cumulative effect of these small, consistent choices creates profound transformation. To act as if you are the best is not to wait for an extraordinary moment, but to embrace the ordinary moments as opportunities to rise. In doing so, you turn each day into a stepping stone toward becoming your best self. Conclusion. Acting as if you are the best is not about pretending or projecting perfection. It is about embodying the mindset and actions that align with your highest potential. It is a commitment to progress over perfection, learn from every experience, and strive for excellence in facing life's challenges. This journey is not easy, but it is gratifying. Each choice, each step forward, reinforces the belief that you are capable of growth, resilience, and transformation. The Stoics remind us that greatness is not reserved for a select few. It is a habit, a practice, a deliberate way of living available to anyone willing to embrace it. You shape a life that reflects your values and aspirations by showing up daily with purpose, humility, and discipline. You transform yourself and the world, inspiring others to rise with you. As you move forward, let this be your guiding question. What would the best version of me do today? Carry that question with you into every decision, and watch how it shapes your actions, character, and destiny. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to join us on this journey of growth and self-mastery. By subscribing to this channel, you'll gain access to insights, tools, and strategies to help you continue evolving into the person you aspire to be. Together, we can explore the timeless wisdom of the Stoics and apply it to the challenges of modern life. So hit the subscribe button and become part of this growing community of individuals committed to living with purpose and intention. Let's strive for excellence, one step at a time. Stay strong, stay grounded, and I look forward to seeing you in the following video.